What is up guys, it is Simba here and welcome to a very different video on the channel. And today this is going to be my first video talking about Formula 1 in real life besides of league racing. I put out a community post and you guys really want me to make content based on the sport in real life. So this is the first video, so I hope you guys enjoy it anyway. I'm going to give you guys my quick 2 cents on the Bahrain Grand Prix since I missed that. And give you guys a bit of a preview for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. So any feedback in the comments down below would be highly appreciated. So let's get into things. Now on screen you can see the results from this year's Bahrain Grand Prix, and to be honest with you, it wasn't really the most exciting race we've ever seen around this track. Wasn't very exciting, but I still think there are some key takeaways that we can take from this Grand Prix and see how the rest of the season is going to shape up. So here are my 3 key takeaways from the race, and number 1 is that Red Bull look strong, very strong, almost ominous from the reigning champions. Max Verstappen winning the race by 12 seconds to his teammate, 40 seconds ahead of the next car. They were even conserving like 6 to 8 tenths a lap, and they were still quicker than their opposition. So Red Bull looked like a force to be reckoned with this year, and it wouldn't surprise me to see Verstappen walking away with his 3rd World Championship. But there are some interesting developments in the midfield behind them, and that is takeaway number 2, which is Aston Martin have improved massively, which is something I did not expect to be saying at the start of the season. Fernando Alonso making his debut for the team, finishing 3rd, and in my opinion he really stole the show and really proved why he's still one of the best drivers on the grid. And meanwhile his teammate Lance Stroll, unbelievable performance, finishing P6 with 2 broken wrists, and he's still not even 100% going into this weekend as well. So a great drive from Stroll, and I think he'll only get better when he's fully recovered. But the same cannot be said for Ferrari. Takeaway number 3, I think they are in trouble. They seem to be quite off Red Bull in the race, and Leclerc retiring just was really frustrating to see for me. So it seems that reliability problems might come back to haunt the team from Maranello. And speaking of reliability problems, it's not getting any easier for them, as Charles Leclerc is going to be taking a grid penalty for this weekend's Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. So it's clear that Ferrari's reliability problems are still coming back to haunt them, especially even from last year. So Leclerc already having his work cut out for him going into this weekend's race, which is the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. 27 corners around this street circuit, and there's definitely little margin for error. I think for me, the corners that are going to catch some drivers out will definitely be within the 1st sector. There's so many corners left and right, quick changes from left to right through the 1st sector, and the margin for error is very small, as Mick Schumacher proved at turn 10 especially late in last year's Grand Prix. In qualifying you can see me doing a recreation of the crash over there at that very corner. So speaking of qualifying, here are my predictions for this weekend's qualifying session in Saudi Arabia. So my first prediction for this qualifying session in Saudi Arabia this weekend will be that the field will be close once again. We saw that in Q1 especially, the entire 20 cars were only separated by just over 1 second. So I'd expect the margins to be close once again. Prediction number 2, and that is that Fernando Alonso will challenge the Red Bulls. I really feel that Aston Martin really have shown improvement here, and Alonso definitely looks very comfortable in that car, and he's one of the best around still, so I think he'll definitely pull off a very good qualifying performance. And on to prediction number 3, I think Williams will surprise the field once again. Albon was very good in qualifying in Bahrain, just a couple of tenths off in Q3. Logan Sargent looked very impressive on debut as well. So that Williams is showing improvement, and I think they'll continue to show that in this weekend's qualifying session. So now we've got qualifying out of the way, it's time to talk about the main event of the weekend, which is the race, obviously. And I think the 3 predictions again going into this weekend, because I'm recording this just after FP1. So number 1, Red Bull will continue to lead. I think they've clearly got the quickest car, and it's going to take some stopping, and I think another 1-2 is on the cards. Number 2, Alpine will join the fight against Mercedes and Aston Martin. I really feel that Alpine haven't really shown their true pace yet, and I think they'll start to show it this weekend. And number 3, Leclerc will perform a comeback drive to finish in the top 5. I still think he's one of the quickest guys out there, and that Ferrari still looks quicker than most cars in the midfield, so I think he'll be able to get top 5 this weekend. So there you go, guys. Those were my takeaways from the Bahrain Grand Prix and my predictions for this weekend's Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Just a bit of a short video because I didn't really know how I was going to edit this, so feel free to give feedback in the comments down below. Let me know what your predictions are of this weekend's Grand Prix. Is it going to be a bit more exciting than this one, than Bahrain was? Let me know down below. And if you did enjoy this video, subscribe to the channel for more F1 content. I'll try and make more content based around the real sport. But until then, take care, and I hope you guys enjoy the weekend.